Good evening, Xena streamers. I'm here to document the next step in this particular relic process. I was a little too gung-ho on Naya, so she's already completed this and I didn't think to record it. So Blooming is here, having just filled up her Aetherwells, and we're going to see how that all unfolds. Obviously I've done it on Naya, I know what's going to happen, it's quite funny, and that is why we are here. Let's see what Lurder Seal, there we go, has to say. If the archive's right, battlin's the quickest way to get them Aetherwells filled. A right hardship, to be sure, but I'll wager felling scores of foul beasties is all in a day's work for you. I am very well aware of how that all works, you will observe. Woohoo! Also, yeah, fun fact, as you fill these up, each time you get one filled, it'll do that little, like, flaring animation. And when you open this for the first time having all of them complete, it does that fun pulse. It doesn't do it after that fact, but, you know. Neat! But the coolie still has nothing to say to us. Alright. But Geralt, you have something to say. 4 Aetherwells, positively brimming with energy. I knew you'd have no trouble getting them filled. Ah, no trouble. Yeah, well. Hold on, that pained expression tells a different story. Well, you ought to be thankful. If it weren't for your old pal Geralt and his special solution, you'd still be out there felling fiends by the dozen. And yeah, you get to have this very tired, pained expression while he's having this little go about it. Besides, you won't need to go through that rigmarole again. I can enhance no end of weapons with all the ether you gathered. Good. Honey Road, that's enough jabbering. Hand that contraption over and I'll get the Aetherwells set up. So if you'll notice on his workstation, there's no orbs presently. They were there before, in the first step. They just kind of seemed ornamental then. But now we know. And now they glow even more. 7 hells! All that highly concentrated ether has flown right into me forge. The sheer unbridled power singing out to me. You did a damn fine job with those Aetherwells, lass. Yeah, Right, time to channel this raw energy with me trademark flare. Oh, we have flare now. The ancient art of etheric bleeding infusion, and it's mine to wield. With some new materials to work with, I'll soon be taking phantom weapons to unseen heights of martial power. Cool. Ether, ether everywhere. Complete. So we got Geralt, his upgrade. Smith acclimatized. What did I say? Acclimatized? I've enhanced plenty of weapons over the years, but never a person, let alone my own corporeal form. I'm ready for another feat, and I am possible genius. So yeah, now the wells are part of his blacksmith table. And our next quest comes from Lurder Seal. Please note that upon completing the quest, Wrought by Hands Phantasmal, you will receive a phantom weapon for a white mage. Ooh, you know what? Pause. I gotta make sure that I have a spare weapon to equip. Wish I might not. Oh, I do. Alright, cool. So, Wrought by Hands Phantasmal. This is the quest you kinda sorta repeat. Like, you do it once and you just unlock our good friend over here, the Dokuli. But it's functionally doing this over and over for every job you want a weapon on. Further seal is keen to proceed with the weapon enhancement endeavor. I bet. Our wayward weaponsmith's practically oozing with ether, which means we can finally start the enhancement. Let's hope all that energy just elevates his armoring skills, and not his rum-guzzling gullet. Appreciate your help at any rate. Oh, it looks like the surveyors have dug up a decent haul of waxen arcanite, that new ore I mentioned. 3 chunks ought to be enough for each enhancement. No doubt Ermina will gladly charge you an arm and a leg for them. Be sure to bring the lot to Dodakuli when you're ready. And lucky for me, I came with my pockets absolutely brimming with tomestones. Once you've sourced 3 chunks of wax and arcanite, give them to Dodakuli so he can start his preparations. Gerald might be brimming with enthusiasm and ether besides, but I reckon he'll still balk at handling the grunt work. I know where to get them. Ermina is right there. A blade north barely out of the ground before the tight-fisted harpy swoops in, claws glinting. Don't worry, the lass. She's got no claim to your phantom weapons. Alright, Ermina, hit me with those rocks. New rocks. Make sure you don't spend on the old rocks. Alright, and then... Oh, why is it red? Because I am equipped with it, and that cannot be allowed. So, now we're good. Dodakuli. Well met, adventurer. I trust you've acquired the necessary waxing arcanite. After handing over the requisite waxing arcanite, your phantom weapon will be enhanced via Gerald's newly acquired technique. However, please note that any affixed material will be lost in the process. Hold on. Did I put any material on that? I did. Spell speed. You know what? That's fine. I'm pretty sure I still have plenty of spell speed, and I don't feel like slurping it out. It'd probably blow up on me anyway. An intriguing material, to be sure. I'll commence with the preparations right away. I can't be the only one eager to see Gerald at work in his ether-imbued state. All this power coursing through me veins. I've never felt more capable. Alright, prove it. Bing, bing, bang. Bang, bang. Swoop. Stick glows different now. Yay! A multi-aspected Phantasmal, highly concentrated ether, in perfect harmony with the very essence of the weapon. Behold the true potential of etheric bleeding infusion, the Phantom Crook Umbrae. Cool, thanks. I tell ye, the power output of these Aetherwells is nigh on frightening. I can still feel the energy swirling inside me. Hi, Archive. Ho ho! It would appear your endeavors were successful. As ever, there is much to be learned from the past. Ah, speaking of learning, perhaps you wish to hear of the precise mechanics involved in etheric infusion. Ambient ether subjected to high temperatures is stirred by wind, and in this reactive state enters the body. Thus bound, the etheric infusion rapidly cools under the influence of water, and escapes the corporeal form. From here it seeps into the earth, where it is purified. And so the cycle repeats, perfectly harmonizing the artisan's internal ether. Like an etheric version of a piping hot steam bath. I have to admit, this learning obscure techniques like is pretty goddamned rewarding. Else, I don't even care about me crippling debt to that Harridan anymore. Forget the guild. From now on, I'm solely in the business of refining me craft and expanding me repertoire. Yeah, no mention of rum. Say, you never did tell us what that vague notion of yours was. Enough of your wheedling. The plan went off without bleeding hitch, didn't it? It did, but What?
Ah, that reminds me. I have a question for you, my friend. It concerns the knife I found in my sarcophagus. Are you quite sure it isn't a weapon?
Strictly a cooking utensil, I'm afraid. Or, well, anything brandished in a warlike manner has potential. I don't know if the responses to this are different yet. I did pick the second option for Naya. So I think I'll have Blooming pick the first, and maybe I'll recognize if it's a different response. Strictly a cooking utensil, I'm afraid. Oh, that's a little more,
Is that so? Or are you simply trying to discourage me?
Oh, it is a different response. Oh, that's so funny.
In actual fact, Nim was home to a proud lineage of warrior culinarians who employed an array of stabbing techniques using naught but their kitchen implements. With such irrefutable proof my knife is indeed a weapon, there ought to be no issue with honing it to deadly perfection.
If there's even a word of truth in that, I pity the poor common folk of ancient Nim. I'm not sure what to make of this revelation. Something tells me the notion would gain little traction among historians. Your poxy little knives for slicing paw potatoes and dicing carrots. You're not getting it enhanced. End of story. Slicing and dicing, huh? That gives me an idea. I'm sick to death of the bland slop the expedition's been serving up. It's time we made the most of the ocean's bounty. And for that we'll need a master-crafted knife capable of filleting even the biggest bleeding sea creatures.
A spot of fishing would certainly make up for the otherwise scant entertainment on the isle. That settles it. While you prepare my blade, I shall be down by the shore, rod in hand. Oh, I can hardly wait to see what gargantuan specimens I reel in. In that case, I'll hone your knife while I hunt through the tablet for me next artisanal acquisition.
I'm not buying his Arcanite, though. He's got to get that himself. Wrought by hands Phantasmal. And there we have Blooming's first relic upgrade for her White Mage. Item level 760. Enhanced phantom weapons for other jobs can now be obtained after exchanging the requisite waxing Arcanite with Dodokuli in the Phantom Village. And phantom weapon replicas can now be purchased from the Expedition Metallurgist. Yay! So let's toss that on. Give it a look.
So yeah, it glows a little now.
Ooh, I like that particle effect. Oh, that's pretty. Hold on, put that back up. It's like an unfurling half hearts. Oh, nice. Alright, how's it die? Okay, basically the same as the first step. Primary dye is the rod itself, secondary dye is the foliage, and the heart stays pink no matter what. Oh, but I wonder, does the glow change at all, or does that also stay pink? I think it stays completely the same. Yeah, man, the glow, I am enamored by that little top unfurling swirly bit. That's pretty. Cute. Do I have any green dyes with her? Let me see real quick. Of course I do. I like the leaves being green. Hunter, Deepwood, let's see. Nothuka should be good.
make it green.
Okay, not that part.
That part.
Oh, that's really light in the leaves. Hold on, maybe I do need the deep wood. Oops, wrong one. Nah, I'll stick with Replica. Oh, you can't even see the leaf color when it's drawn. Because the glow is so powerful. Huh. Well, you kinda can. It's also nighttime, that's not helping. But that's alright.
Cool.
Anyway. Next ones work exactly the same as before. You collect the tomes, you buy your rocks, and then you trade your rocks for your next relic weapon. You get to go into the Umbrae category. You do trade in your previous relic with the rocks, and as mentioned, you can get replicas from the Metallurgist. I've only got Blooming's 5 jobs available, but if you have done more, there will be more. Because as this specifies, required achievement, the Might Fantastique, and whichever weapon it was for, or job it was for. So, as you do the previous step, they become available through this menu as well. Cool.
Does that though. Hooray.
I can't believe that Archive is getting a replica or relic level culinary knife so they can have some better eaten over here at the Phantom Village. But, well, that's it. Good evening, Cine Streamers. Till next time.